It's Jake here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at and I'm going to show you some of the cool features on the Saris Glide EX 5 bike rack. We're working with the 2015 Ford Explorer today. This is going to be a hanging style bike rack that's going to get your 5 bikes for your family to and from your destination. Right off the bat, I want to point out the feature that's going to set this apart from other bike racks. You're going to be able to tilt this whole bike rack away from your vehicle. That way, in case you forgot anything on your trip, you can still load or unload anything that you might have without having to unload all your bikes. So once your hatch is all closed up, you just simply pull it back up into place and lock it in. Your bike is going to be held in at 3 different points of contact to ensure that nice stable ride. 2 straps up here on the top tube and 1 here on the down tube with an anti-sway cradle so that our bike has very limited movement. Let's go ahead and remove that bike. Just slide the straps out. Now, one thing I do recommend with this bike rack, because there are so many cradles, turn the anti-sway cradles in and turn the other cradles in also. This will allow you to get your bike off very smoothly. So you just slide it right off, set it to the side. Now once you've removed your bike, I do recommend putting your straps back into place so they don't flop around while you're driving. On the inside of our cradles, you'll see that we do have a nice rubberized texture and these little knobs. With the knobs, it's going to help to grip your bike without scratching it, and they're going to have these nice grooves to be able to slide your brake cables in those so you don't smash them. And when it comes to safety, you are going to have an integrated cable lock that's going to sit in the upright post of our bike rack. You're going to go over all of your top tubes and it'll slide right into the end here and lock up. Our bike rack is going to have a heavy duty aluminum construction, but it's still going to be lightweight, coming in at just under 40 pounds. With this bike rack, you are going to have a weight capacity of 30 pounds per bike, which is really impressive for a hanging style rack. And for our distance, it is sticking out quite a bit. We're going to have from the rear bumper to the outermost point is going to be about 40 inches to the furthest point on our rack, but we can bring that to a minimum by folding our bike rack in. And now we're looking at only about 16 to the outermost handle right here. So that's quite a bit less space you have to worry about when parking in a tight parking spot or in parking in your garage. Our closest point on our Ford Explorer here is going to be about 7.5 inches to this point here, but that's non-moving, so you're not going to have to worry about making contact. And for our ground clearance, we're looking at about 18 inches there, but our Explorer does sit quite a bit higher than your regular sedan, so you're not going to have to worry about bottoming out on anything. So included is going to be an anti-rattle hitch pin, which when tightened down is going to help take away the shake and play of our bike rack, so you don't have to hear that inside the car. On the end of our anti-rattle hitch pin, you're going to see they're going to include a nice lock so that you can not only lock your bikes up with the cable lock, but that you can lock your whole bike rack to your vehicle. We'll go ahead and show you how it performs on our test course. First up is going to be our solid speed bumps. This is going to represent going in and out of your driveway or going over a speed bump in a parking lot. Next is going to be our alternating speed bumps. This is going to represent going through a pothole or a bump in the road. Now this is going to have a little bit more side-to-side movement, but the Saris EX5 does do a great job of keeping it to a minimum. Now next onto our slalom. This is going to represent driving down a windy back road or making evasive turning. That's going to do it for our test fit of the Saris Glide EX 5 bike rack on our 2015 Ford Explorer.